All right, good afternoon slash good evening, everybody. Luis Morales here, health fitness specialist with Exos at Autodesk. It is time for abs and core, my live class on Tuesday evenings. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Kind of a new workout structure here today, going to be similar and also different from stuff that we've done in the past. So like the invite said, we're going to be doing some dynamic plank stuff today and then the working other core stuff as well. I'm going to go ahead and get into the movements themselves, then I'll go ahead and explain the structure. So we're going to start each round on the ground here doing some mountain climbers. Now, today I kind of want to focus on having them be a little bit slower than usual. I know some of you can get with the fast legs. However, once we kind of get up into this nice plank position, I want you to just drive that knee forward kind of towards the same side elbow here, and we'll just maintain that plank nice and solid here. So we're all going to go the same speed, kind of slow here today, pushing away from that ground. So that's going to be our mountain climbers. Next up, when we're going to get into, we're going to lie all the way down on our backs and get into some leg lowering. Now, this is usually a weak spot for most, but with good practice, we can make it a strong spot. So whole back is on the ground, head's rested on the ground. Want those arms out to the side, palms up, just so we can't cheat at all. And we're going to have the core be really tight. Let those legs come down as far as you can manage while still keeping the core tight in the back on the ground. The moment you start to feel that back come up, got to reverse directions with those legs. So again, pretend like I'm there trying to tug a towel out from under the low back here. We're just going to lower those legs down as far as you can without letting that back come up, and then bring them back up. It's okay if we don't get all the way down here to parallel. That's what we're working today. That's our second thing after those mountain climbers. All right, third thing that we're going to be doing, we're going to stay on the ground, guys, and do some dynamic planks here. And so we're going to be on our sides. We're going to bring ourselves up, bring those hips up. So we got the nice side plank going here, elbow and knees contacting the ground, knees stacked up on top of each other. And that top hip, once we can find that good side plank, we're going to abduct, move away from the body with that top leg. So you'll notice the knee is staying bent here. We're really activating the glute back here. That's what we want to really be feeling, is that outer hip. If you're feeling it in the front at all, go ahead and make sure that that knee is kind of coming up and almost behind you in order to get the back of the hip instead of letting it just go straight up or track forward. That's what will cause us to feel it in the front of that hip. So we're going to dedicate a whole interval to one side. So the next one is going to be, or the next interval will be the other side of that side plank. We're then going to come back into our plank where we're square to the ground. Hands and toes here, guys. Nice straight line from the shoulders down to the heels. Pushing ourselves up into that pike position, locking those arms out overhead, and then bringing ourselves down back into that nice straight line. So just back and forth here. Nothing crazy, nothing special about this one. That's how we're going to do it. And finally, we're going to stand all the way up and get the legs involved, get the back of the hips involved with some reverse lunges. Now, it's still important to keep the core really tight here, guys. We just want to make sure we can maintain a good movement pattern, keeping the torso nice and straight as we kind of push our weight over that front leg, use the glute back of the hip here, push ourselves back up. So that's going to be our final thing. Now, as far as the structure goes, so what we're going to be doing as we go through this workout, it's going to be an ascending ladder each round. Nothing is going to necessarily change. What we're going to do is 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off for the mountain climbers and the leg lowering. After that, we're going to do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off for both sides of our side plank with that hip abduction. And then finally, we're going to do 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off for the planks of pike and the reverse lunge alternating. So each round we'll be building up to more volume of work, less rest, and then we'll reset at the beginning of the next round. So 3 rounds is going to give us that nice 18 minutes. What I'm going to do next, guys, let's go ahead and get into our warm up, and then we'll go ahead and get into the workout itself. So what I want us to start with, since we're going to be doing some reverse lunges in particular, let's go ahead and find the top of our space here, and we'll just practice, get this movement pattern warmed up. Step behind you, keep that weight over that front leg, and then use the back of that front hip. Propel yourself all the way back up. You can bring those hips back under you. And a nice strong exhale to pair with this movement will kind of help us find those midsection muscles. Really forceful exhale usually engages all those muscles, just for kind of whenever we want to call on them, whenever that may be throughout life. Let's do one more each side. Just brief reverse lunges here. All right, nicely done, everybody. Okay, since we're going to be doing some planking here today, let's come all the way down, hands and knees here. And what we'll do is we'll find one of my favorites, that all fours plank, that primal press. So with the hands planted under the hips, or hands planted under the shoulders, knees under the hips, you can tell I've done this a lot. We're gonna go ahead and turn or curl our toes up under our feet, push down through the hands, push down through the toes, lift those knees up about an inch or two up off the ground. Quick staring contest with the ground here, you guys, feeling all that tension through the core, anterior side of the body, through the quads a little bit. Let's do 2 more breaths. Forceful exhale, 1 more. Beautiful, bring those knees down. Nice, okay. Feeling a little bit more warmed up. Now we're ready to go get into all this plank work. All right, you guys, so like I said, about 18-ish minutes of work. All we're really needing is some space. Make sure you got your water nearby. If at any point you guys need to feel the need to rest or grab water, please feel free to do so as we work through it. All right, I'm gonna set the timer up here and then we'll get it going. All right, 18 minutes of work here, you guys. We're starting off with 40 seconds on those mountain climbers. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are moving. So those hands under the shoulders, got a nice straight line, shoulders to heels. We're just trying to move one knee at a time, not trying to go fast here, just trying to control, use that core, help bring those legs up towards those same side elbows. Whole workout, we're just gonna be working 40 seconds on this one. So pace yourself accordingly. Maybe give it a little more effort if this one's easy for you. It's not gonna get more volume as we go. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. 20-second rest here. Next up is our leg lowering. So we're on our backs for this one. And this is the key. Envision that I got that towel under your low back. You don't want to let me pull that towel out. A few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, we got the arms out. Palms are up, so we're not cheating. Lowering those legs as much as we can, still keeping that back down, and then lifting them back up. Take your time, going down with both. Big, strong exhale will help you engage all those anterior core muscles, guys. Good work, everybody, good work. Got 10 seconds left, same deal here. 40 seconds of work. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. So 20 seconds of rest here. Now we're gonna get into our side plank with that hip abduction. So whatever side you start with, make sure you got those knees stacked and there's a nice straight line between your shoulders and those knees. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Working for a little bit longer here now. And so once you find that good side plank position, then you can start to move the hip here. Want to make sure that the whole pelvis stays where it's at, and we're just using those rear hip muscles, those glutes, to move the hip here, moving that knee up and maybe slightly behind us while we're keeping that core tight. Don't lose sight of those midsection muscles. Good work, everybody, good work. We got 15 seconds. Push away from the ground with that shoulder, doing great. Good work, good work. Strong exhales. Now we're feeling it. 3, 2, 1. All right, let those hips rest. We're gonna turn it over to the other side now. So other side coming up next here. Knees stacked up on top of each other. All right, 3, 2, 1. Find that good hip plank position, or side plank, I should say. Position first. Core muscles on. Then we can start to move that top hip. Make sure that pelvis doesn't go anywhere. Trying to feel the back of that hip. Think big glute squeeze. Trying to feel also just the side of the hip here. Good work, guys. Breathe through it. We're almost done, actually. We got 15 seconds. Well done, you guys. Well done. Almost here. Good work, good work. I know that other hip is tired too. 3, 2, 1. Rest those hips. Beautiful work, you guys. Okay, about 10 more seconds of rest. We got the plank to pike coming up next. This is where we're going to start to work for a little bit longer, a little bit less rest as we close out round 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, find that good plank position first. Then we're pushing the hips up, coming back down to that position. Hips up, lock those arms out. Bring yourself back down in that nice straight line. Helps to exhale as we're coming down, you guys. Make sure those hips don't sink down too low. Good work, everybody. Good work. Everyone's coming. We got 10 seconds left. Good work, everybody. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. We're all done with the plank to pike there. Let's go ahead and stand it up. We got a short rest. It's reverse lunge alternating coming up next. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So shoulders get a break here. Want to make sure that we still got the core muscles real tight as we come down. And we're really using those glutes behind the hips here to propel ourselves back up and to bring those hips back under us as we stand all the way up nice and tall. Good work, you guys. Good work. We don't have to go super fast here. We want to make sure that we're activating the right muscles. Make sure that knee is tracking towards the outside toes here. Good work, guys. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, we are resting. Short rest here. We're going to jump right back into those mountain climbers. So mountain climbers are up next for 40 seconds. Here we go. All right, let's get into it. Hands are planted on the shoulders. We're doing 40 seconds. Nice straight line, guys. Shoulders to heels. Breathe through it. Use those core muscles to help bring those knees up. Should feel really tight through the front there. Good work. 10 seconds. Come on, stay with me. We got a rhythm. Let's keep it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we're resting. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, a longer rest here gives us ample time to flip over onto our backs. We got 10 seconds left. Leg lowering coming up next. All right, guys. Arms out, palms up. Legs are up. Back is glued to the ground here. Bringing those legs as low as we can without letting that back go anywhere. Good. Use those exhales, bring them back up. Good job, guys. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we're resting those legs. Good work, you guys. Way to activate those lower core muscles. Okay, up next, it's our 45-second intervals. We're working on those side planks. Knees stacked, elbow under the shoulder here. 3, 2, 1. Let's find that good position first. Make sure everything from the tummy all the way through the hips is tight. Then we can start to move that hip. Good job, guys. Good job. Don't let that pelvis drift anywhere. Don't lose sight of these tummy muscles. I know it's a lot to think about. I like patting the head and rubbing the stomach at the same time. But like a lot of things in this life, it gets better with practice. Good work, everybody. Good work. We're nearing the end here. Keep moving that hip. 3, 2, 1, and we can rest that hip. Good work, guys. Good work. Okay, coming up next is that other side. We got about 10 seconds to rest. Other side, always kind of harder with this. 3, 2, 1. All right, so we found that good hip position. Tummy muscles are on. Now we can start to move that hip, trying to move that knee up and almost back a little bit. Good work, everybody. Good, don't let that pelvis move. We're just moving that leg, that hip. Pelvis is staying where it's at. It's helpful to kind of have a hand on it like I'm doing right now. We got 15 seconds. See if we can push all the way. Good work, y'all, good work. Almost done. I know that other hip is screaming as well. 3, 2, 1, and we can rest those hips. Nice work, everybody. Okay, plank to pike coming up next in about 10 seconds. 50 seconds of work here. Very little rest, then it's the reverse lunges. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's find that plank first. And we're pushing up into it, locking out those arms, using those shoulders. Core is tight. We're exhaling as we come down, helping us to find that good position, not bringing the hips too low. Good job, everybody. Good job. Good work. We got about 20 seconds left. I know this is probably feeling it in the shoulders by now. Don't worry. 10 seconds now. Stay with me. Let's keep moving. We're nice and tight. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. All right, we can put a knee down and rest. Nicely done, you guys. All right, not a whole lot of rest time. Let's stand it all the way up. Reverse lunge coming up in 3, 2, 1. We're alternating. Keeping all the weight over that front leg. Back leg is kind of just a moving kickstand as we go. Good work, everybody. Tummy's tight. We're working for 50 seconds here. Make sure we're using that hip. Give your glute a little bit of a tap if you need to. Might help it wake up a little bit. Good work, guys. Good work. About 10 seconds. Everyone's doing good. 3, 2, 1. We can rest. All right, guys, brief rest. Round 2, going into round 3 here. Mountain climbers coming up next for 40 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're back on the ground. Knee to the same side elbow, or just forward. Exhaling as we go, pushing away from that ground with our shoulders, staying nice and stable through that core, trying to use those muscles, help our knees come up here. We're killing it, guys. We only got 10 more seconds. Come on, strong exhales. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we can rest that knee. Nicely done, everybody. All right, last 40-second interval here of work. We got the leg lowering coming up next. We're starting to use all those muscles down towards our waistline, lower abdominals. Here we go, guys. Arms out, palms up. 3, 2, 1. Making sure that back stays nice and connected to the ground. Good work, everybody. Lower, nice and slow. Feel that core work. Bring it back up. Remember, I'm there trying to tug a towel out from under your back, so don't let me get that towel. Don't take those legs as low if it means I don't get that towel. Good work, everybody. 10 seconds. Control. Big exhales. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And we can rest. Nicely done, everybody. All right, we got about 15 more seconds of rest. And then up next is our side plank with that hip movement. All right, guys. So coming up here in about 5 seconds, let's regain control of our breath, prepare those hips. And all right, let's get into it. So find that good position first. Adjust if you need to. Elbow into the shoulder. And then we can start to move that top hip. Keeping that hand on the hip will help. Make sure that pelvis isn't going anywhere. It's just the glute moving that hip joint. Good work, guys. Good work. Don't lose sight of those tummy muscles here. Stay nice and tight through that core. Don't let that back arch. Good work, y'all. Good work. Coming up on a few seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Rest those hips. Nicely done, everybody. Okay, other side. Here we go. Final time doing the side plank. We're coming into the home stretch of the workout here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Find that good position first, wherever that may be. Hand on the hip, tummy's tight, and now we can move that top hip. Nicely done, guys. Try and go unbroken if you can. Try and stay with me. Just push just as hard as you did in that first round. I know it doesn't feel as easy. Make sure we're feeling this back hip, this side hip here. We got 15 seconds. I know you can do it. Using those exhales to our advantage here, guys. Don't forget those tummy muscles. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, man, I was burning with that last one. Okay, last 15-second rest interval. We got plank to pike coming up next. We'll finish it off with the reverse lunges. Cool down and get out of here. All right, guys. 3, 2, 1. We're up into that plank position. Core's nice and tight. Using those straight arms, pushing up overhead, locking out with those shoulders, bringing ourselves down with that nice slow exhale, ensuring that all those muscles around the waist, around the lower rib cage, that they're nice and tight, they're on, ready to catch us in that good position. Good work, everybody, good work. Got about 10 seconds, almost at 20. Good work, guys. Keep moving. Keep pushing away from the ground with those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Rest that knee. Good work, everybody. Okay, last short rest interval. We're at the top of our space. We got reverse lunges. 3, 2, 1. We're going. Final part of that workout, or this workout, guys, use those glutes. We were just using them with that side plank. So you might be feeling them a little bit. We're not using them the same way. Make sure you're really propelling the earth away from you as we go here, guys. Keeping all that weight over the front leg, letting that front hip work. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. We're under 10 seconds to go. Finishing strong. Don't lose sight of that tummy. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. We're resting. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. Go ahead and stand up. Walk it out if you need to. Grab a little bit of water. Want to stay hydrated in these spring times. All right, guys. Great work. So, got a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and cool it down. Let's start by coming down, finding our space. Coming down, hands and knees on the ground here. Let's widen those knees out a little bit. And what we'll do, walk those hands forward, sink those hips back, and find our comfortable child's pose position. You can rest your head on the ground if you'd like. All we want to do here is stretch out some of those muscles that we were just using through the torso, and just breathe. Want to expand that lower rib cage as much as we can with each inhale, and let it contract slowly, letting more and more out on the exhale as we go. Good work, y'all. Let's do one more big breath. Beautiful. All right, so we can slowly now rise, put a little bit more weight into those hands. Bring those hands kind of under the shoulders here. And what we'll do is we can lengthen out those legs and bring ourselves all the way down onto the ground, on our stomachs here. And now we'll get into a little bit more extension-based stuff with our spine. So hands planted up around face level. What we're gonna do here is leave the front of those hips on the ground. Try and keep those connected to the ground the whole time, and push ourselves up into a nice low Cobra here. So push yourself up so you can rest those elbows underneath the shoulders here. Make sure we're not shrugging. And we're just trying to feel that kind of backwards bend through the spine here. As we breathe, we're feeling all those muscles that we used in the front expand and relax. We're slowing the breathing down, slowing the heart rate down. Feeling maybe some stretch or just some mobilization through the spine with each breath. All right, guys, let's do one more big breath in this position. Good, and after this, we can bring our elbows out from under there, slowly lower ourselves down. Give our spine a moment on the ground here, just straighten out, let everything fall back into place. And then you can bring yourself up however comfortable it may be. Maybe that's a push-up, maybe that's rolling onto your side. Whatever it is, thank you guys so much for joining me here today. As you guys know, we got a real special blood drive going on in June, so sign up now to secure your spots. Looking forward to Workout Wednesday tomorrow. That's at noon, and then a stretch break with Brittany tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific. So thanks once again, guys, for coming. We'll catch you next time in the next workout. See ya.
Thanks, Luis. See you tomorrow.
Good work, Dan. See you tomorrow.